All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Vendetti. I am on Team Unstoppables and Team Seabreeze. And today I want to talk to you guys about creating videos with Canva. I know marketing right now, videos are the primary thing that people are looking at, and more in social media platforms. In the algorithms, they are giving more viewing time to videos than regular posts. So I want to show you some easy ways to get those done. So today I'll be showing a little bit about how to upload marketing videos from our vendors, how to edit videos, the timing of them, making transitions, and then different ways of animating them. All right, so the two I'm going to show today are Sandals and Carnival. So if you haven't already gotten into Sandals, they have a whole brand folder. And in the brand folder is where you can get all sorts of marketing from videos, images of the resorts. Okay. So one of the things I usually start with when I'm trying to get a video is looking for ones that are already vertical because those are already set up for things like YouTube, TikTok, etc. Okay, so I'm going to go to videos here. And if you don't have access to brand folder with Sandals, you can just do a registration and ask to join. And then usually within like 24 to 48 hours, they will give you that access. Okay, so anytime it says MP4, that means it's a video. Okay, these are already vertical, so that's perfect. Let's see. All right, I'm going to view this one. Okay, so this is the new Sandals St. Vincent. Okay, it's a quick video. That is perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to download it. Okay. I'm going to see if I can also find one from Carnival. Okay, so under marketing tools, go to their videos. Okay. So for this one, same thing, I want video. And let's see if there's anything good in vertical. Now you will notice for some of these, they're what you call B-roll. So they're not really featuring much of the ship or the resort or different things like that. So you'll know by like when you look at the details. Okay, this one says B-roll. So what that means is it's good for using as like a background video for something over top. Okay, so you would put words on top or information, but they're great things to know or great things to use for background videos. Okay. But for today, I want kind of videos that are featuring something specific. All right, we'll start with sandals for the moment. Okay, so we downloaded that sandals. Okay. All right, so we're going to create, and in the Canva's newest update, they've made it super easy to pick your sizing. Okay, so we can do social media. Okay. Now they're the same size, 1080 by 1920, so it doesn't matter necessarily which one you pick. All right, so I'm just going to drag this into Canva. Now to drag it in and upload it, all you have to do is click on, at least in Chrome, this button right here. And if this was, let's say this was your file, you just click and hold it and then drag it over. All right, so this lets us know it's working on it. All right, so there's a few here that you can download. All right, so that one's for Carnival Excel. We will do that. Just going to keep it in its original format. Again, it goes up to here. And I'll show you side by side how you can just drag it in. So you literally just take it, click, hold. We will work with the first one. Okay. You right click, you can set it as background. Okay. So now right there we have a video, but nothing shows your business. Okay. So it's a great video, but all it shows is sandals. So if you want to add your branding to it before you post it to a reel, you've got a few options. So if you've already set up a brand folder on Canva Pro, then you can do it pretty quick and you just click your brand. Okay, so I'm going to show them with mine. Now you'll notice down here, like my logo is appearing in every frame. I'm going to show you how to change that because it might not flow with the pictures. All right, so for this one, it does show up pretty well with every slide, but I want to change it up just so you guys can see how timing works. Okay. So for timing of a certain element, you right click and click show timing. Okay, so you'll see this purple bar represents my logo. It's going from the beginning of the video all the way to the end. Okay, but let's say I just want it in a certain part. Okay, so this says it's going to end right there. So I'll show you how that looks. Okay, so my video goes away, or my logo goes away. Okay, but let's say I want to add it in again, you can. Okay, so what you can do is add another one. Okay, but I want it down here. So you can slide this over to figure out which frame you're looking at. So for this frame, I want my logo down here. So for this one, I don't want it to appear the whole time because then on all of these, now I'm going to have two logos, but I just want it for the beach one. Okay, so I want it to start right at 6 seconds. So you just slide it to start at 6. And then I want it to end right here. So you drag the other way and put it here. Okay, it looks really weird up here, but it's showing you all the elements that are in your video. But when you go to hit play, I'm in the top left. I go away for a while. I come back in the bottom. Okay. And so then you can adjust it further. If you want to adjust the video and like how far you're seeing into the video, you click on here, this page. If you click here again, this is the video. Okay. So that gives you a better idea of when the actual frame is starting. Okay. When it's zoomed out like that, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can go as deep in as you need to make sure you're getting what you want. Okay. And then if you want to kind of check it slow-mo, you can go like this. Okay. I want it to end. There we go. Okay. Same with this one. Now, every now and then at the bottom, it doesn't pick up properly. So you can just double check it here. Okay. So now my brand is twice. So this is starting to brand me and not just sandals. Okay. So it's just a kind of a reminder of your brand inside of things. Okay. So let's say I wanted to add text that did the same thing. And again, it's going to look weird on the beginning because all of your elements are in one. Make it a little firmer of a. Okay. So I'm going to put it where my logo is not. Okay. So see how the timing bar just goes in between? Okay, so it's a little weird how you have to do it. So here I want it a little bit higher and I want like a bolder font. But what happens is when you go to click on it, it brings you back to the beginning. But you can always check it. So I want a little bit there. So let's see how that one looks. All right, so now I've got some branding. Now I've got a call to action, and then I'm going to show you another thing you can do with things where you animate them. Okay, so let's say for this one, I don't want it to just be a solid while it's going through. Okay, it's just sitting there. So you can click here, choose animate. Okay, and then there's all sorts of options. Okay, and they'll give you the little action at the same time. So that's what it would look like if it was rising, panning over, kind of fading in. Okay. You can do it with individual writing, okay, like a typewriter. Okay. kind of merge together like that. So you have all different options. I kind of like the bounce. Then you can choose, do you want to do it on enter and exit? So that means when it comes into the frame, right here at the beginning, it'll bounce on in. And then do you want it to bounce on out at the end? Okay. I usually like for something like this where it's going to go to another graphic, I like just enter. Otherwise it's like it pulls away. So I'm just going to, and this is how much it bounces. Okay. So this, it's like super bouncy. I just want to kind of in the middle. Okay. All right. I'll show you what it looks like all together. Okay. All right, so let's say I want this same one to come in on this one. You can copy, click where you're at, paste. Okay, so again, it makes it automatically the whole way. I don't want it the whole way. I want it to come right back here. So you'll see here, I've got two. Whoops, wrong button. So it looks really odd to see all the elements in one, but it's worth it. All right, so let's see if it stayed in the right spot. I like it in white. Just gonna put it a little further up in the trees. Okay, so now from the beginning, we got some different options. Okay, now you have two options. You can add your own ending slide. Okay, so let me see if I can pull one up and I'll show you what I mean. So see how I've made this one to have a lot of different elements and timing, but this one is my branding one. So let's change this to, okay. So this is usually what I just end mine with. Okay, so all you have to do is click on this one, okay, and use Control C or Command C, depending Mac or Windows. Come into here, hit Command V. Okay, so now I don't need this one. Okay, so now at the very end, it's going to flow into my branding. Okay, if you want it to be shorter and just go quicker, you can kind of scoot it up. So then it's that. You can shorten it here. So let's say I just wanted a quick little 2-second thing because I don't want them to like get bored halfway through and not see my page. Okay, so then it's just a quick one. add this one more time. Okay, so you can hit duplicate and then you can just drag it. Now for this one, now if you get lost in your layers and you don't know which one you're editing, okay, you can click position and then layers, okay? And then that'll let you know which one you're on, okay? So I want to be on this one. So this is the one I'm editing. So now I can change the font on this one. Okay, that way you're not messing up the font in any of the other ones, because once things start overlapping, it can get confusing. Okay. All right, let's see how it looks from the beginning. Whoops. Okay. I'm just gonna make this one a little longer. All right, so I'm noticing at the end it goes black. So I'm gonna make this a little bit brighter of a blue. Or teal. Let's see. I like it. Okay, that way it stands out at that last part. Okay, now you can also animate your logo. Okay, so let's say every time your logo comes in, one of the ones I kind of like for it's animated, but it's not like intense, is breathe. Okay, and you can choose if it's breathing in or breathing out. Okay, all right, so this one's breathing out. This one, I'll make it breathe in. And then this one, I'll make it breathe out. Okay, so I'll show you what that ends up looking like. Okay, so that's a quick way to just already make a reel, and then you can share it and download it. Make sure it's MP4, and then you can choose pages. Now, if you just wanted this part and didn't want to add a branding, then you just change it to only page 1. Okay, and then from there, you can upload it to all of your channels. Okay, now, let's say we had multiple images that we were going to use. Add a couple pages here. Let's see, we're on sandals. I think I've uploaded some sandals. Yes, I have. Okay. So let's say we wanted to do a couple of images. Let's give it a background of See how that one looks. Right click, make it background. That works. Okay, let's say I want to give these a frame. Oop. Choose frames. Now I want them horizontal. So you have to make sure, let me see if I can do that. There we go. Oops, wrong button. Okay, a gold frame will work. Okay, then you just click, drag, and it'll show up in here. Okay. Okay, so here you'll notice the 80s. That means they're perfectly spaced in between the same amount. Okay, and the pink bar on the left means it's aligned with the top. Okay. Let's see. Now I can do the same thing. I can animate these in. Okay, because right now, if I just posted this right here, you'll notice it's still. Okay, so it's not really a video. But let's say that's all you wanted to do in your post, you can turn it into a video with something super simple. You can animate it. So like this one, I can have it. And then again, you can choose enter and exit. So I'm going to choose on enter and I want it to come in from the right. This one, pan on enter, coming from the left. This one, pan from the right. Okay. So now if I were to play it, it's going to look like this. Okay, they all come pretty quick. But again, let's say I want to change the timing. You right click. Oh, if you don't have the timing bar up, you would do show timing, but we already have the timing. Okay, so I want this one to come in first. Okay, so I'm going to make it a I'm going to make it a 6-second video. Okay, so I'm making each of them 2 seconds. Okay. All right, so now not what I wanted to do. Okay. This is what I meant to do. Okay. I want them to stay on the screen once they're there. Okay. So now they'll stay there as the next one comes up. Okay. I'm going to shorten it up. There we go. Oops, one of them came out. There we go. Okay, so then it's just a quick 4-second video. Then from there, you can add music. You can add music here in Canva and download it, or you can have it as a silent video. And then when you upload it, you can use YouTube's music, TikTok's music, okay, and different choices like that. Okay, so that's how you can take something that's still and make it into a video. Okay, another way to do it is to make your background a video. So I'm going to say a beach video. Then you choose a video. And I don't need the whole 25 seconds. Okay, so let's say okay, so this is how you can kind of add AI in. Kind of like that one. So this is a good way if you want to do like quote of the day. Kind of shorten it down just to a 7 because for something like this, people aren't going to watch much longer. To try to keep them engaged, I'm going to animate it. Okay. So let's say that's all you wanted and you just wanted a quick quote of the day post. Again, right click, set image as background. And you can kind of change what you see. I'm going to focus more on the cruise ship. Focus on the couple. Let's see. Oh, and to change this, what I'm doing is I'm double clicking on it, and then that lets me scoot it back and forth. So let's see. I kind of like the patio look. Those are all centered. Oof. Okay, so let's say I want to add this down here. This shows you like the main viewing. So I don't like to put stuff outside. I like to kind of keep it in there. Now let's say I want that on all the others. If you click it here and copy it, when you go to the next page, it's going to paste it where it was in the previous one. Okay, so that way in a video, it looks cohesive because if you have it in all different places and this is like up here and down here, everybody's going to notice that that's moving. So that way I can keep it in the same spot. I can just change the coloring. R makes a box. So let's say you don't really like how any of them look. You can just create a box, put it across, change this one to white. If you want it still a little bit see-through, you just choose this transparency button. Okay. But that way it still pops. So I'm actually going to carry that all the way through. So again, copy it, paste it, and paste it. Okay. Now, again, you want to make sure where you're at. So it looks like it's above. Okay. So you want to change the position, arrange, send it to the back. Okay. That way my words are on top. Okay. That's already fine. Same thing. Position to the back. Okay, and so right now this still isn't really a video. Okay, but what you can do is if you click in between, you can add, whoop, right here, add transition. Okay, so you have different options. Dissolve in, slide in, circle. Okay, so you can choose any of these, and that helps bring even more animation in. Okay, I kind of like that one. Okay. I'm gonna probably do the same here. Let's see. I kind of like the dissolve on that one. Oop. Add an animation here. Okay, so now let's see what just this little video would look like. All right, so this is our first one. Okay, so that's one reel right there. This is one that's like the quote of the day. This is one using pictures coming in. This is one where it's just still pictures that you're flowing through. Okay. And again, adding music, you can add your logo. Same thing. If you want your logo in the same every time, you copy it. Oops. Okay. And then one other thing you can also do, if you want to add more, there's actually animated elements. Okay. Okay, so let's say you can add wording, but you can also animate. So let me see if I've got a wave. Let's do an animated wave. Okay, well, not the wave I meant. There's one. Okay, so this is what they mean by an animated graphic. Okay, it's kind of hard to see that one. That one kind of works. Okay, so when you upload this, let's say nothing else moved on this page except for this animation. You could download it as an MP4 and it tricks this into thinking it's a full video. Okay. So these are great ones that I like to upload to stories and not necessarily full reels. Okay. So these are really ways to kind of trick the system into finding videos or using our marketing videos and then making sure we brand them. Okay. One other one I want to show you. Let's see if I can make it work. Let me see if I can do it within one. Okay, so let's see. Look for sandals photos. Now, these you'd have to make sure the sandals logo is showing, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to use these to show you kind of what it does. Okay, so it's telling me to pick at least 3 files. Okay. I'm going to pick just a couple more and see what it does. Okay, so the promotional video for sandals. I think this was Royal Bahamian. Okay. Now this is beta, so it doesn't always work. But when it does, it's amazing. All right, let's see what it did. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I would probably add like my website and change it. That's my team name, so I'd probably change it to like my travel business name. But it literally took 3 seconds and it created this reel that all I had to do was pick out photos and tell it what I wanted. And it did all the graphics, all the music. You can keep the music and download it with music and upload it into your socials. Or you can take the audio away and then add audio once you upload it from whatever channel. But I just wanted to include that little bonus today where it could create things in a few seconds. So you've got all sorts of options. Okay. So timing really, really helps. Okay. Making videos. And then these are all together, but you obviously, this isn't one giant reel. So again, when you go to download, you just choose which ones. Okay. So 1 and 2, I could choose to have those download together. Page 3 for quote of the day, I can have that download separate. Page 4 separate. 5, 6, 7, and 8, I can choose to have them together. Now, if you want each page different, it does allow download pages as separate files, but that makes a separate video page for each. Okay. But now, just in all that time, we now have branded reels that we can use to upload. Thank you everyone for watching Creating Videos with Canva. I hope it was super helpful as you prepare your social media and reels and TikToks, etc. And as always, feel free to subscribe for more tips from Island Life Travelpreneur. Have a great rest of your day.